Hey G-Squad, welcome back to episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode, this cool right here, and pretty much what this is a translator device. If you can see for the one that we got right here from this brand, and right here we do have the image of what the product looks like. So for this product in particular is from another brand that I reviewed in the past, which is called Timekettle. And for that brand, Timekettle, it was an earbud that's in use. This one in particular is a handheld device that's in use for translation when you guys do use it, which is pretty cool. If you see how they do give you a little sample of how it works in the front. If you guys turn on side right here, they do provide some specs and features about the product. So they mention how it's actually really small and portable, like a passport size. They mention how it has a fast translation when you guys do use it, which is around like 0.2 seconds. They mention how it does have 40 different languages and 93 accents. It has a quad-core high performance when you guys do use it as well. And the accuracy on here is 95%, which is very similar to the other one for the earbuds option. And if you guys turn on the back right here, they do provide some more specs and features about the product. So they mention how it does have a multi-mic array. So that way when you guys do use it, it has a very good coverage to actually recognize the voice and what they're saying to translate it as well. And for the product, it does have different modes available for translation. So there's a one-click translation option, there's a chat translation, there's a photo translation, and there's also listen mode. So those are the 4 different modes available when you guys do use it. And also the cool thing about this product is the fact that it does have an offline mode. So that means it doesn't require any Wi-Fi to use it when you guys are using outdoor, which is pretty cool. So that is everything about the product. Let me open up to show you guys what's included and then we'll test it out. Alright, so let's open it. Here's what the inside looks like. So the first thing inside right here, they do provide you guys some user manual to teach you guys how to use it. So let's take it out. Right here it does say hello, and here's probably the translation for hello. And right here they do give us an option for you guys to reset the device. And then here we do have the user manual to teach you guys how to set it up and how to use it. Right underneath that we do have the device. If you guys do take it out, once you guys do take it out, in the bottom we do have some more stuff. So take that out as well. If you guys do open up, inside does give you guys a wrist strap option for you to use if you guys do want to. And then here we do have the cable. If you guys do take it out, once you guys do take it out, here's what the cable looks like. So it is a USB to USB-C cable that's in use to recharge the product. And that is everything that's included in the package. Now let's take a look at the product. So I'll take this part out. Once you guys do take it out, this is what the product looks like. So this side right here, we do have the screen. Top part right here is probably the speaker or the microphone option that's built in right here and right here. If you guys turn on the slide, we do have a few buttons. So there's a power button and the 2 other buttons that's in use. If you guys are curious about what each different button is for, they do tell you guys in the user manual right here. So the first one right here, the blue one, that is for the other language. And the red button underneath that is for the native language, which is your language. And after looking at the user manual, the top part right here, these are the microphone. And right here in the front is the speaker. And right here we do have the interior light to show you guys when it's working or not. If you guys turn to the other side right here, we do have a few more buttons. So here is the volume key for you guys to turn it up and turn it down. And underneath that we do have the SIM card option if you guys want to use a SIM card. If you guys look at the bottom, we do have some more stuff. So right here we do have another microphone that's built in. Here we do have the option for you to put in a wrist strap option. Here is where you plug in cable to recharge it. And right here we do have another speaker that's built in. If you guys turn to the back right here they do have the brand name. And then here we do have the camera lens for you guys to use the phone option or the camera option. It also has a flashlight option for you guys to use if you guys want to use it in dark setting, which is really cool. And that is everything that's on the product. If you guys can see the way how they designed the product is actually really cool. It's very small and very compact. It's literally like carrying like the older style phone in your hand when you guys do use it, which is pretty cool. Or even like an iPod Nano or something, the smaller iPods back in the day, which is really cool. And obviously in the front part right here is the display screen for you guys to use to see everything on here. If it's first time using the product, you probably want to remove the film right here if you guys do want to as well. But that is everything that's on the product. Now I'm going to turn it on to test it out to show you guys what the product looks like and how it works. So let's do turn it on. This is what the screen looks like. So it's currently loading. So if it's the first time using the product, you do want to set it up. So let's do that first. I do want to mention for the product it's touchscreen, so feel free to actually touch the screen to select what you want to do. It'll tell you guys to connect it onto Wi-Fi, or you can use a SIM card as well. For this test, since we are indoor, I'm going to use a Wi-Fi. Once you guys got it all set up, this is what the screen looks like. So let's get started. So here's the screen. So before I actually start testing out, let me plug in cable to show you guys how to charge it. So right here, the cable. If you guys do plug it in. Once you guys do plug it in, if you guys can see and hear that makes a noise to let you guys know that it's charging. So that is how you have to charge it. Very easy and very simple. But zero product does show you guys the time, the battery percentage, and everything else right here on the screen that you see. So there's a photo translation option, one-click translation. If you guys drag it, there's all these other options available for you guys to use as well, which is pretty cool. So they also have a SOS option, a voice memo option for recording, a spectator mode, chat translation, or ask for direction. So what I'm doing right now is use spectator mode to show you guys how it works. So right now we do have it on. Let's give it a try. And see on there it does show us a translation on here. So that is what the spectator mode looks like. Let's try the other option. So what I'm trying now is a one-click translation. So what I do is press it on side. So I click on blue for English and red for Chinese. And you guys can feel free to change the language on top, which I'll show you in a second. But I do test it out. Hi, how are you today?
你好，你今天怎样？
What is your name? I would love to meet you.
你叫什么名字？我很想认识你。
So I'm seeing it actually works pretty well. And the accuracy on here is actually really nice. Let me try to use it in Chinese and see what happens. Hello, 你好，你名叫乜嘢?
Hello.
So what we just tested out, it didn't really work, and the reason why is because the Chinese that we do have selected is different. So what I'm doing is go on top and choose Chinese. And choose whether if you guys want simplify, tradition, or Cantonese. I'm gonna use Cantonese, so I do try again. Hello, 你個中文名係叫乜名啊?
Hello, what's your Chinese name?
你肚唔肚餓？想唔想去食嘢?
You're not hungry and want to eat.
So the translation on here definitely sounds a lot better once we do change it. But let me actually do one more test on here using Cantonese. 你食咗飯未啊？想唔想去食飯啊?
Have you eaten? Do you want to eat?
呢個 product 好勁，我喺 CES 識咗呢個 company，好犀利。
This partner is very good. I met this company at CS, and I am very good.
So you guys have to be really careful when you guys speak on here, otherwise the translation won't be perfect. But probably didn't hear me correctly on some parts and it wasn't correct when I actually said it. But what I said earlier in terms of whether or not you guys are hungry or not, that part was actually very accurate. So I see the product definitely does work. So whether if you guys want to use the listen mode, the chat mode, the photo mode, or the one-click option, that is totally up to you guys. And like I mentioned, if you guys want to change different language, feel free to do so. Just tap right here. And just change it to all these different languages if you guys want to. Feel free to play around with it. Just to test out one more time, let me translate from English to Japanese. Because I do feel like I'm going to be using this a lot when I do go on travel trips, maybe to like Japan, Korea, etc. So I'm going to change it to Japanese and see what happens. So we got it in Japanese. We'll try a few different phrases that we're going to say in Japanese. Hi, I was wondering how much did this cost?
こんにちは。私はこれにいくらかかりましたか?
Does that cost $500 or does it cost more than $500?
それは500.00ドルかかりますかそれとも500ドル以上かかりますか?
So when we do test it out in English, it's much more accurate. I guess in like different languages, in like Chinese or like some other languages not English, it's a little bit harder. So you do have to speak it carefully when you guys do use it. But we see when we do use it in English, it actually works really well. And the cool thing about this product is the fact that you guys can use it almost anywhere. Whether if you guys want to use it at home, in the office, when you guys are traveling, or even when you guys are at a store. Maybe if you guys want to listen to the other person on the other end to see and hear whether or not they are talking behind your back or something, then that is where one of these actually comes in handy. So I just finished doing an update on here, and we see I'll show you guys that it does give you guys a 2-year plan for the data option, so you don't have to get a SIM card if you guys don't want to, which is pretty cool. So I'm assuming when you guys do purchase it for the first time, it'll give you guys that option. And when you guys use the product, it does allow you guys to swipe left and right and up and down for different options. So just like this. So show you guys different time for different areas if you guys want to adjust it. If you guys go like this, you do have the option available as well for Bluetooth option, airplane mode, etc. So that is what it looks like when you guys swipe up and down and left and right. If you guys use the ask direction option,
Excuse me, can you help me? We can use this translator to communicate.
that is what the screen looks like. So let's press right here. It allows you to change different prompts on here if you guys do want to by typing out. Or you can speak it out as well, which is pretty cool. And they even have a preset option right here if you guys do tap on it. They give you guys the basic options on here for you guys to use. If you guys tap on top, you can change different language on here as well. So let's say for example, if you guys use Japanese, if you guys want to use a bank,
すいません、そこには ATM がありますか? すいません、近くの銀行はどこにありますか?
it has like all the basic phrase or the most common phrases that you can use on here, all set up for you guys to use, which is pretty awesome. So feel free to use all the different options available for you if you guys do need to. And then once you guys are done using it, or if you guys are not using it, you can press right here to turn it off, or you can restart it or SOS. And just to show you guys what the camera looks like, let's try to use the camera option. So I do tap right here. this is what the camera looks like. So you see the image quality on here, the video quality is pretty good when you guys do use it. If you guys do turn on light, that's what the product looks like. So the light option only works when you guys are using dark setting. So just like this. If you guys saw that little flash, that is what the flash looks like. So very easy and very simple for us to use it. One thing that I do wish about this product is the fact that if they added like an aux option, so that way you plug in headphone, that would be nice. Maybe if you guys want to use the USB-C option right here to connect the aux option, it might work. So that is how you guys use it with that. Let me do one more test to show you guys the photo option and turn the camera option of whether it actually works. So I'm gonna bring this somewhere else to test it out because I want to find something in a different language and use the camera option to show you guys when it actually works. And then we'll come back and talk more about it in a second. So right here I do have something in Japanese. So I do test it out. Let's see what actually works. And it starts translating eventually. Alright, so I just finished. Eventually this is what the screen looks like when you guys finish using it. So probably because of that part that's dented, it's kind of hard to translate it. But just to show you guys what the translation looks like. Here's what it says in English versus Japanese. So it's not 100% accurate when you guys do use it, when you guys use the photo option. But when you guys are talking on here, it probably works a lot better if you see in the test earlier. Alright, welcome back guys. So you see from that quick little test also works as well for the camera option or the photo translation. That's actually really cool. So not only can you guys talk onto the actual product to translate, but you can also use the camera option to translate as well, which is really cool. And I love how fast it actually translates for you. So that way when you guys are in a rush, or if you guys need to ask the other person on the other end, they can talk to you back and forth, which is really cool, especially when you guys are traveling international to a different country. And if you guys don't speak their language, that's actually really cool as well. So whether if you guys want like a handheld device, or if you guys want the earbuds option from the same exact brand, Timekettle, feel free to go check it out. I made a video about that product if you guys want to go check that out as well. I feel like the cool thing about that earbud option that I reviewed is the fact that you do have the option to use the earbud to translate it if you guys want to, or you can also use your phone. And one other thing that I forgot to mention earlier is the fact that for the offline option, if you guys want to use that option, you do need to download the package beforehand using internet connection, otherwise you're not using. So just to show you guys where to do it, you guys can go to settings and go right here and download what you guys want to use. So that's a very important step if you guys want to use the offline option without Wi-Fi, etc. But that is everything that's on the product. Now to come unboxing and testing product. Now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it or not. So for this product, I do have to say that it is pretty worth it if you guys want to need one of these, especially if you guys are in the market looking for a high quality handheld translator device that give you guys everything that I mentioned in this video in terms of the offline option, the camera option, the live chat option, and all the different languages option as well. Then I do have to say that it's pretty worth it. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or haven't want these, obviously don't buy one and save your money on something else that actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it'll definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.